Introduce our players once again. Spawning in the top right hand corner of the map, we have our purple Zerg representing Team NV. It is MOOnGLaDe.
And down the bottom side of the map, we have the orange Protoss representing Silicon Sports, and his name is Pezz, or Modest Pezz, as he's known.
Yep, he's going to start with that piling up in the main once again, so he's going to go for that gateway expand, or maybe even take that risk that he took last game, and it might not pay off as well as it did.
I think he'll be scared to go for a Nexus first again in this game. Oh, did he? Yeah, he did Nexus first last game.
Yeah, he did Nexus first, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary to do that kind of a risk 2 games in a row. So yeah, he just goes for gate expand.
Yep.
I think the telling thing here will be whether Glade goes for 15 pull or not. I think he will. No, he's not.
The hatch moving, drone moving out, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, so is he going to increase that?
I think he's going to go for 3 hatch now. That's funny. I was thinking about telling Pezz to 2 gate him, but
Oh, Mr.
Coach.
Mr. Coach.
I held my words, but regretting it now. But we're going to see Pezz play pretty standard and normal, I think, and we should see a similar game to game 1, where we had the exact same openings here. Glade going for 3 hatch and Pezz going for gate expand.
Yep.
So we'll see if Pezz opts to take that early third into Stargates again, or if he chooses a different, like maybe he'll try and all in the 3 hatch. We'll have to see.
And that drone finally makes its way over to create that hatch, and we go back over to Pezz's side of the map. He hasn't really started his Cybernetics core. Is he going to go that Nexus before Cybernetics core build? I remember just seeing someone do this in Pro League, and Dongragu just absolutely punished them for that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a risk, but not the biggest. Not the biggest issue, I don't think. Did Pezz actually see the gas? No, he didn't. Yeah, so is he going to go back in? Yeah, he's going to go back in. So whether or not Pezz sees this gas is actually really, really important. That's why I'm harping on it about it a lot. It's probably the most important thing Protoss needs to look out for when the opponent opens 3 hatch, because the speed opening, like, he can't take that early third now, but Glade is more vulnerable to all-ins. So we'll have to see what happens if Pezz chooses to do gateway pressure or not now.
Yeah, the Summoning School getting close to finishing up there. He is getting a second gas now, which is pretty much standard, would you say?
Yeah, fairly normal. I'm guessing if I was Pezz right now, I probably wouldn't want to all-in Glade, given how well he handled that last one.
Yeah, I don't think you'd ask MOOnGLaDe to hold that even better.
Yeah, that must have been pretty scary for Pezz to just get so dismantled when doing like such a good build as well.
And yeah, the March core has finished up. You will be able to defend now with that. There's no pressure coming across the map though from MOOnGLaDe just yet. I mean, his speed is about a quarter of the way done. He's just droning up, getting those 3 bases saturated as fast as possible. And yeah, he's just going to probably wait it out, I guess, see what's going on Pezz's side of the map when his overlords decide to go for a scout there at about 6 minutes 30 to see the tech. I mean, sometimes you see the earlier scout as well, just in case there's a gate.
Against gate expand, you can probably scout a little earlier, because the cyber core does get up earlier.
Yeah,
but looks like Pezz is playing safe. He's getting a forge, and MOOnGLaDe's just going to be the happiest man in the world right now, just holding down that D button.
Yeah, he's still behind drones, but it won't be for too long as the injects will start kicking in now.
Yeah, this is the vulnerable timing that I was talking about. If they open gas, you can see that Protoss is actually ahead on probes. If they start warping in Zealots right now, the only thing the Zerg can do is warp in Lings. And if he makes Spine Crawlers, he actually just doesn't have the drone count to keep making Spine Crawlers to hold it, which is where Gasless differs. So Protoss can generally punish that small window there.
Yeah, and MOOnGLaDe just making a little bunch of Lings there, about 12 coming out now. Maybe he's just going to use them to hunt around for those pylons that Pezz has been doing. But he's got pretty good map control right now, MOOnGLaDe. He's got his entire side of the map basically covered right now. With,
I think these
Lings out on those watchtowers.
I think these Lings may have even been preemptive in case he tried to do what he did in game 1 and take that really early third.
Yep, and this scouting overlord going to go down, but he basically saw everything he needed to see before that went down.
Yeah, he knows like exactly what's going on right now.
Yep, and yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I think he's seen like almost everything you could possibly see on his side of the map too, so he knows there's no pylons. Yeah, he has like completely seen everywhere. There's almost nowhere that's dark. There is nowhere that's dark on that side of the map.
No.
Where there could be a pylon. That is like amazing scouting from Glade there. So thorough.
He's also got, I mean, he's got a Ling down here spotting the 4th base, but I'm not sure if that was meant to try and spot a 3rd or a 4th, because the 3rd's only just coming down now, and the Lings are going to sneak in and see it, and it's a very low health Nexus right now, and the sentries are still just focusing on those rocks right now. This could go down. Oh, no, the force fields. Okay, he does get him out, does force him away. There was a bit of a late reaction, though, from Pezz right there. But he only really lost shield HP there on his Nexus, so he's not going to be too unhappy about it.
Pretty sloppy from Pezz, but it just shows how good of a player Glade is to like capitalize on something so small with like a handful of Lings and doing beyond shield damage on a Nexus. It's pretty crazy. Like 6 Lings.
Yep. And
he really makes the most of his units. Sorry,
just in a Twilight Council coming down here for Pezz right now. So he's getting that 3rd. Twilight Council get that +2, obviously, by the look of things, and possibly charge. But he is making more and more Stalkers, though, on the other side of the map.
Yeah. I think Pezz might be looking to do a 3-base timing with Blink Stalkers and Sentry Immortal. Possibly. But looks like MOOnGLaDe sort of knows what's up, because he's making a lot of roaches right now. I think he feels really comfortable with the amount of drones he has, and he's just going to go for like a roachling sort of attack.
No, this just doesn't mirror anything, but the lair's only just finishing up, and we're at about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty important. His tech's delayed quite a lot, and he doesn't have roach speed, so it's going to be a lot harder to put on aggression. He's actually going for a Spire right now, which is a really perfect response to what he sees.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to whether Pezz scouts that or not with the Phoenix, and he's got a Phoenix flying through now. Is it en route to see the Spire? Yes, it is, but will it?
Where is that hitting this up? Oh, he does click it off. Yeah, he will see that Spire. That's definitely going to get in there. But he will lose the scouting Phoenix. But he sees basically everything. His actual ninja goes on in between the death there of that Phoenix. And
yeah, it's just hallucinated, so...
Yeah.
But MOOnGLaDe is probably going to do... I think he's going to do a Roachling pressure into a Muta Switch. And Pezz should be able to identify that that's coming right now. So I'm curious to see what Pezz's response here is. He might actually just go for an attack right now, knowing that there is no Hydrodan.
Yep.
Glade still doesn't have roach speed though. This is really dangerous.
Yeah, he hasn't even started. Yeah, he's actually double expanding right now. He's getting a 4th and a 5th base, and it's going to be spotted here by the hallucinated Phoenix. Despite just very close to finishing now, he has got the gas banked up to make those Mutalisks, of course. And he's going to be able to see the timing of that finish when he does move in there. So he's going to move in, see the Spires finish. He'll be knowing that Mutas are on the way. So what's his reaction going to be? Probably make more and more Stalkers. And yeah, cannons, of course, at the bases.
Cannons, just turtle up, and then go for an attack with Blink Stalkers and Archons. This is really, really nice play from Glade. He made himself safe versus an all-in with a lot of roaches and Lings.
Yeah, he's also just made a ton of spines down at his 3rd base as well.
Yeah, this is the timing though. The Pezz is going to try and... he's not going to go for it. Okay, well I thought Pezz was going to attack then before there was a critical amount of Mutas out, but it looks like he's just going to defend and try and wait till he gets Archons out. And Glade's economy is going to be sick good on 5 bases.
Yeah, and 2 cannons here defending that 3rd base. MOOnGLaDe not going to be able to get too much done with his Mutas. I mean, he's going to micro his heart out on these cannons, but he doesn't really get anything done with them. Yeah,
he forces a Nexus cannon there and kills a cannon. So the thing is, in this position is there, you can trade so well with the Protoss units. You can afford to throw away Mutalisks.
Yep. And the Zell's coming in with a little bit of Warp Prism harassment. The Warp Prism is going to get cleaned up by the Mutas, and so is this harassment. This 4th or 5th base, whatever one you want to call it, is finishing up. Has finished up, and is going to be saved here by those roaches. And the Mutas move across the map right now. They're going to be caught by a few Stalkers. Does he have Blink yet? Yes, he does have Blink, and he blinks right under the Mutas there and forces them back off that base there. But he knows there's no base on there because he does have a Ling hiding down there.
I think Pezz is actually preparing for a base trade here. It's fortifying... I'm not quite sure why he's making it immortal, but it's fortifying one base so well that it's going to be really hard for Mutas to do anything to it.
Yep.
So it looks like he's going to get prepared to do one huge attack. And then knowing that MOOnGLaDe won't be able to kill his army, MOOnGLaDe's probably going to try and base trade. So then Pezz is planning ahead by making one of his bases.
MOOnGLaDe's also planning ahead. He's throwing down so many more spines now. He's got so many spines between his 3rd and his natural. And he's going to keep swinging in with his mutas. He's got his roachlings in position as well, just in case Zealot Rumbars try to get into that top base there. And yeah, here comes the mutas swinging into the natural. There's actually no cannons at this base.
Yeah, this is maybe a bit of an oversight from Pezz, but Glade's going to do so much damage here. He's killing a lot of probes already. Just darts out. And he's looking to throw away those roaches as well onto the third. But there are a lot of cannons.
Yep. And yeah, incoming. Oh wow, there's a lot of cannons. Yeah, you're right. And they're just kind of chilling down there for now. Did have some scouting Phoenix coming into his base. They both do survive. I think actually one got taken down. He does find a Colossus out on the map, but hopefully he does know was. I mean, you can't really tell from there. But can't get attacked. But he does almost swing straight into a bunch of Archons here from Pezz, and Pezz got one shot off there, I believe, with his Archons, but actually no, he didn't. Maybe on one muted, but now the Roach is trying to focus down this base. He should be able to get this down, MOOnGLaDe, and if he does, this could be huge because, I mean, it's a Nexus that he wanted to defend right here, especially with all those cannons, and it goes down. But he's going to lose all these Roaches.
I think we're really heading toward a base trade.
Yeah.
Glade has so many spines, though. Like, he knows it's coming, too.
Yeah, and he's just making more and more right now. There's so many spines here at this natural base. There's about 20 up on the natural. More being made down here at the third base. There's just so much there, and now everything's starting to be pulled out onto the map here from Pezz. It looks like he's going to start to move out, but the muta count here for MOOnGLaDe right now is pretty high, and he's going to swing into this natural once again. But there are a few stalkers here to defend. He needs some. Is he just going to keep making mutas from here? I believe he probably will, won't he? Because especially if the base trade does ring out.
He might. It looks like he's going to transition to Broodlords, or and possibly just throw a few of them behind the spines while he base trades with mutas. I think that would be an amazing move if he does do it. He is getting the hive though, so we're going to see something like Ultralisk or Broodlord, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Broodlord at this position.
Yeah, especially when he wants to whittle away at those cannons and stuff down at that third base. And yeah, just Broodlord's perfect for chipping away at stuff like that.
So what we should see is Pezz leave a couple of Archons where all those cannons are, and then start to base trade. But, I mean, how many spines are there? A lot.
A lot. We're going to
32.
Structure tab. There we go. Yeah, 32. That's a lot of spines.
I guess that's why he went for the Immortals, actually. So, really smart. Both players are thinking like 6 steps ahead of even me as a commentator looking at perfect information. These players are playing so well right now. I can't emphasize that enough. Yeah,
and it looks like the base trade begins as Pezz moves into that 4th, 5th base. As MOOnGLaDe going to swing around that army and try and move into the natural here and start to wipe that down.
Chasing the mutas with his stalkers. This is really crazy.
Yeah, and he's going to start walking into that wall of spines, and there we go. The Archons and the Immortals starting to get to work on that, and this is kind of working in the favor of the Protoss right now.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how to read this. There's so many spines, but the Immortals are shredding them.
Yeah, and then
as long as he keeps the anti-air alive, like the Archons and the Stalkers, then he's going to be fine. And there's that Great Aspire. Oh, if he gets those Broodlords morphing before the Great Aspire dies, then that's like immense for MOOnGLaDe. He can just chuck a couple of those back behind the spines, and then I think that's game over.
Yeah, and his Corruptors are all the way down here in front of the dead natural here of the Protoss, and he's actually just swinging around trying to kill off all the next he can. But there's so many cannons now at that third base. Yeah, Pezz has taken a note out of MOOnGLaDe's book, but switching that into cannons.
Yeah, and the Broodlords are about to be morphed, I think. Glade, where are they?
The Corruptors.
There he goes. Yeah, 11 Broodlords, and I honestly think that's just it. The Pezz, unless he can. Yeah, I'm not really sure how he's going to deal with those Broodlords. He doesn't have enough Stalkers to blink under the Broodlords with mutas there. So.
Glade just makes 16 more drones to be able to make more spines.
Yeah, Glade is playing really, really well right now. I can't emphasize enough.
Actually, he needed to drone up his base up at the top side there. He had no drones up there.
Yeah, so this is 2 base versus 1 base, and there's I don't even want to. There's so many spines with Broodlords under them and mutas. I mean, I'm not sure what Pezz can do here. It's going to take a miracle.
And he blinks in right underneath, and all those Broodlords are going down so fast right now. The mutas, though, are on top of the Stalkers. The Stalkers do have their attentions focused elsewhere, and the spine crawlers are doing work as well. He moves in, he needs to be careful on those Archons, of course, and now the spine's still just doing the work they need. There's still so many left, and still on top of this ramp. He needs to be able to get rid of these Archons, and he can just gauge right on top of everything.
There's actually 4 more